What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Welcome to Shades 2. Happy and blessed Thursday. Y'all, I had a good day today. I hope you guys did too. I just got home not too long ago. I'm sitting up here eating my food, y'all. I am eating some salmon, a salad, and some brown rice with some wheat bread, all right? But, and I'm grubbing down, so y'all got to excuse me, okay? But anyway, thank you guys for coming in. I'm gonna give it a couple of minutes for people to come in, and then we're gonna start off with our live tonight, guys. We're going to be discussing, talking about some mysterious kidnappings and other crimes like murder and things like that. Plus, I'm going to give you some breaking news. I think I have some updates. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at this since early this morning, and I've been very busy today, so I don't remember. But I think I do have some updates, and if not, then when I get the updates, of course, I'll let you guys know about them. All right. I went back to the doctor today and got me another halter attached. So when I get in camera to show y'all stuff, if you see that, that's the halter um, things that you see, if you can see them in the camera and stuff. All right, just so y'all can know. Y'all don't forget to thumbs up this video if you like the video. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you can subscribe below. Also, hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. And if you watch this in the replay, don't forget to leave a comment. But most importantly, subscribe and thumbs up. Those are the most important things to do. All right. And thank you so much for joining me tonight. All right. Let me put my music back on. And we're going to go ahead and start off with this live. So let me go ahead and start off first, y'all, with breaking news. And by the time I'm done with the breaking news, maybe some people will be in, and then we can go ahead and get into our discussion of the mysterious kidnappings, murders, and whatever else I have for you guys. All right. There's some strange cases. All right. So let's go ahead and get into breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Don't forget, y'all, I have some things in my video that I may need to do the copyright disclaimer, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, educational, and research purposes. That disclaimer will be down below in the comment section as well as in the um, description section of this video. All right. So anyway, I hope you guys went on and did that Facebook lawsuit thing too. I forgot to do mine. So I'll do mine today, probably tonight sometimes. But anyway, y'all, today another crazy incident happened. Let's see here, and I got this off of CBSNews.com. All right, let's see. Hey, Missy, how you doing? 6-year-old and two adults were shot after a basketball rolls into a North Carolina neighbor's yard. All right. Once the ball rolled into a man's yard, he allegedly opened fire on them. The suspect is Robert Louis Singletary, was still at large as of Wednesday, according to the Gaston County Police Department. The incident unfolded around 7:44 p.m. on Tuesday when Gaston police received a call about a man firing a gun outside homes in his neighborhood. Singletary, 24, another young dude of Gastonia, North Carolina, was determined to be the shooter. Another young one, an adult male and his child, were seriously wounded during the shooting spree and taken to a Charlotte hospital. One adult woman was grazed by a bullet, and another man was shot but not injured. How was he not? What? How was he shot but he was not injured? All right. Detectives secured warrants for Singletary on 4 counts of attempted first-degree murder. 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, inflicting serious injury, and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a felon. The police department is offering a $1,000 reward for information that aids the investigation, which is ongoing. Singletary was last seen with a gun and should be considered armed and dangerous, the police department said. 2 of the victims have been identified as William White and his 6-year-old daughter, who spoke to CBS News affiliate WBTV. The bullet came back and the bullet went in my cheek, said the girl, whose name is being withheld for her safety. The little girl said, I want him to go to jail forever. A neighbor who witnessed the shooting said it was shocking. They were playing basketball and a ball rolled into his yard and they went to go get it. Jonathan Robinson told WBTV. It was just crazy. This shooting is the latest involving violent consequences after ordinary mistakes. Okay. And they're still going back over the debate about stand your ground laws. All right. So now they're just telling us about all this other stuff that happened throughout the week with I think 2 or 3 other people who did something similar. All right. But anyway, this is crazy, y'all. Let me show y'all what this dude look like. You gotta I can't say what I said earlier, on social media, but you guys, this is weird, all right? Let's put it like that. Let's keep it safe and just say this is very strange. This is this dude. He's 20, what did I say? 24, 25 years old. He has already been in trouble before. He's a felon. And that's him. See, I don't want to go too far back because a message just came on my phone. Let's see. Okay, now we can sure see. Got a clear picture of him. A damn shame. So yes, that's what happened. Right, the bullet grazed the little girl's cheek. Her dad has injuries to his lung and liver. That's sad. Mm-mm-mm. 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 Thanks, Missy. Let's see what these comments said. Somebody said, lock him up for life. Attempted murder. He's a danger to society. Hope he has not produced any children out here. Okay. Let's see. Somebody said, I mean, this is a bit odd now. Why is it so different than every other year? What happened? I don't know. Shaking my head. People have gone crazy, I guess. And I say the same thing because you got old people doing it, you got younger people doing it, you got white, Latino, right? And then you got black. Okay. Come on now. What's going on here? The dad was shot in the back. Okay. But anyway, my prayers are extended out to the victims and their families, and hopefully they find this dude and justice will be served on his crazy self. That is plainly ridiculous for him to get mad because a basketball rolled into his yard and to come out and start shooting and just shooting everybody. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna run. Okay. Okay, so hopefully they catch him. Well, just to let y'all know, I know some of y'all don't care, but I'm gonna say it anyway. 6-year-old taking guns to school, shooting the teacher. Wow, you're right. And there's a new corona, you know what, subvariant called Arcturus. It is now in Los Angeles. All right. I'm just letting y'all know. That's where that's at. Okay. So crazy. I just want to let you guys know. All right. So that's a subvariant of the CV. All right. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this other one. Um, okay. I didn't have too much news today. I thought I had a bunch of stories here. I really don't. All right, so this is some news for you guys to know. A doctor died from a rare reaction to the AstraZeneca CV jab. All right, so let's go ahead and go over that story real quick. That was in the UK, but I'm still going to tell you guys. All right, Dr. Stephen Wright, 32, an NHS clinical psychologist and frontline health worker, suffered from a combination of a brainstem infarction, bleed on the brain, and vaccine induced thrombosis. All right. And that's what the inquest at London's Southwark Coroner's Court heard. So that's crazy. It said he was in one of the earliest groups of people to be given the jab and died 10 days after it was administered. The coroner, Andrew Harris, said it was a very unusual and deeply tragic case, but noted that the inquest conclusion was not blaming AstraZeneca. Okay. The MHRA, which is the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency in UK, is currently investigating the small group of people who had a severe reaction to the jab to understand what causes it, though no government decision has been taken based on their findings yet. The courts heard that Wright from Seven Oaks, Kent, awoke with a headache on January the 25th and later developed numbness. He attended the A&E department at Princess Royal University Hospital in Orpington, Kent, where he was found to have high blood pressure and a sagittal sinus thrombosis, brosis. No, thrombosis. That's how you pronounce that. Thrombosis. All right. He was moved to King's College Hospital at 6:39 a.m., where his condition rapidly deteriorated, but due to the extent of the bleed and very low platelets, was considered unfit for surgery. After the inquest, Wright's widow, Charlotte, says she is considering legal actions against AstraZeneca in the government. And this is in United Kingdom. Okay. So I don't know if I'll get an update on that, but if I do, I'll let you guys know what happened. Let's see. So they said medical experts told the court no, nothing could be done to save Wright. Um, they talked with a neurosurgeon, Francisco Virgiana, and he said the platelets provide the body's first response to try to stop bleeding and are important for clotting, which means that when they are critically low, there is no way of performing a successful operation. All right. Also, Dr. Mark Howard, a consultant pathologist and medical examiner at King's College Hospital, said scientists and medical experts were not aware of the vaccine's possible deadly side effects when Wright received the jab, as it was so early in its rollout. But even at later stages, there would have been no way of predicting this where and unintended consequences. All right. He says Stephen was a very fit, young, and healthy man in January 2021. It is a truly tragic and very rare complication of a well meant vaccination. It's not fully understand why this happened. And he said the circumstances arise in a very small number of people. Now, AstraZeneca spokesperson said, "We are very saddened by Stephen Wright's death and extend our deepest sympathies to the families for their loss. Patient safety is our highest priority, and regulatory authorities have clear and stringent standards to ensure the safe use of all medicines, including vaccines." All right. That's why you can't be out there running to get stuff first. I'm going to tell you straight up. All right. But anyway, my condolences are expressed out to his family and friends and colleagues and stuff. And my prayers are extended out to them as well. And may he rest in peace. This is what he looked like. Let me show y'all. Yeah, that's sad. Can't be running out there getting these shots when they first come out. All right. Let's see what you said, Missy. Okay. He actually took that shot, I mean, that vaccine when it first came out. He was one of the first people. And that's in the UK. They don't even do AstraZeneca over here. Do they? I don't think so. Missy said, have we not learned anything over the past 2+ years? Freeing lockdowns will make people do things they would not normally do. You're right. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see what else I got here. Let me see what these people talking about right here. Hold on, y'all. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's see. So here's another up on Jamie Foxx. Let's see. So Martin Lawrence said that Jamie Foxx is progressing well. He said, well, I hear he's doing better. My prayers go out for him every night and just wishing the best for him. So I guess he is progressing and getting better and better. And as you guys know, he suffered a stroke and he is still in the hospital recovering. All right. So our prayers are extended out to Jamie Foxx and hopefully he makes a full recovery. Okay. Let me see what else I have right here, y'all. Because I didn't really get that many news things today because I want to go over the stuff that I got for you guys. I don't know what the heck T-Mobile is talking about here, but let me see if I can try to figure this out real quick. I'm just going to tell you what it says. I don't know exactly what they're talking about. Hey, Bill Adams, thank you for coming in. So it says something about they're correcting and replacing T-Mobile to announce next Un-carrier move on April the 20th. Today is April the 20th. I haven't heard anything on this. So they just doing an Un-carrier move on April the 20th. All right. So I don't know exactly what that meant, but somebody in the comments section, well, they did say on their site they will have new materials and video will be available on the T-Mobile newsroom at www.t-mobile.com news. So you may can find more information on that there. Okay, here it is right here. So they said, well, no, they're not telling us anything here. They're just telling us about the service. Okay, let's see. I still don't see anything. Okay, let's see. Well, somebody in the comments section has said that they're gonna have a plan refresh. Old plans will be grandfathered, but new ones could be cheaper or not. It's unknown, but rumor is they will be available on Sunday if you want to switch plans. So I guess they're just changing the plans around, I guess, and they will update the old plans with something more newer, more affordable, I guess. I don't know if it will be affordable for sure, but I'm just guessing. And they're just basically changing some things around. That's what I gather from this. But anyway, this person right here said this will be available on Sunday. So if you do have T-Mobile, you probably can go to their website to try to find more information about this. All right. So I can't wait to find out what it is going on. All right. All right. Let's see what else. Well, anyway, y'all, you got 18 states are calling for a federal recall of Hyundai and Kia vehicles. Okay, let me see the states. Let's see what they're saying about this. So I guess they're recalling it because they said that Hondas and Kia cars are more vulnerable to theft. Okay, they said theft claims for those two types of cars were nearly twice as common. Okay, than other cars. All right, let's see what else they said. Okay, let's see what are they talking about. So they said thefts of Hyundai's and Kia vehicles in Los Angeles increased by more than 80% in 2022. All right. And they made up around 20% of cars stolen in Los Angeles. And they said this is also similar in Berkeley, California. So they're trying to push for a federal recall um, in different states. All right. I'm trying to see if they got all the states here. I know California is probably one who's trying to push for it. Let's see. It didn't list the states, y'all, but just know that's what they're trying to do. Let's see here. Let's see. So they said that Kia and Hyundai's, not Honda, but Hyundai, failure to install standard safety features on many of their vehicles have put vehicle owners and the public at risk. Instead of taking responsibilities with appropriate corrective actions, these car makers have chosen instead to pass this risk onto consumers in the communities. All right. So that is why they are trying to do a recall on Kia's and Hyundai cars. Okay. Now, one of the automakers, I don't know which one, said they developed a launch new anti-theft software that they offer to provide free to people who have had their cars broken into, or if they have a Kia, either a Hyundai. But this people who are pushing this recall said in March that the software upgrade did not go far enough to correct the problem. So that's why they are pushing for a federal recall, okay, for Kia and Hyundai cars. All right. And they want the Korean car makers to get this situation corrected, point blank. So that's what that is all about. So if you have a Kia or a Hyundai, just be watching the news or checking out stuff about it so you can know what's up. Glad I didn't get no damn Kia or no Hyundai. I don't like Hyundais anyway, y'all. All right, so let's see what they said about this. Okay, let's see what else they got on here, y'all. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me see some headlines because I told y'all I didn't really look at no news too much today. Um, so a fifth person was arrested in connection with the mass shooting in Dadeville. This may be the same information. Let me check it out and see. Mm, did I tell you about this? Johnny Latron Brown, 20, of Tuskegee, was arrested Thursday. So no, I didn't. This is an update. And charged with 4 counts of reckless murder, according to ALEA. This thing, I'm like, hold on, y'all. Let me get this light back on. Turn on. Turn on. Turn on. This damn light. Oh my God. But anyway, Willie George Brown Jr., 19, of Auburn, was also arrested Thursday and charged with 4 counts of reckless murder. Brown was arrested at around 11:48 p.m. Um, they said reckless murder is not a term listed in the Alabama law code. A message seeking clarity was sent to ALEA on Thursday. As you already know, at least 4 people were killed and 32 injured in a shooting, which took place at a Sweet 16 party held at a dance studio in Dadeville. The people killed were Marcia Collins, 19, Phil, Phil Stabius Dowdell, 18, Corbin Holston, 23, and Shankivia Smith, 17. All right, so they got two more people arrested. Johnny Latron Brown, 20, of Tuskegee, and Willie George Brown Jr., 19, of Auburn. Okay. They also arrested Tyrese McCulloch, who was 17, and Travis, they are brothers, 16, and they arrested them on Tuesday. I think I already told you guys about them. And then they arrested Wilson Lamar Hill, 20. They arrested him Wednesday afternoon. So all five of the suspects are being held in the county jail without bond. All right. Wow. Let's see. Okay. So I think that's everybody. I think they got everybody. Yeah, I do. I think they have everybody. So that's a good thing. That is a good thing, y'all. Let's see. All right. So I'm not going to give you guys any more news tonight. Let's see. Because I really don't have too much. Let's look at my car right here. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to go into our discussion for tonight. All right, y'all? So, yeah, I didn't have that many stories. I do have this cat thing, but I'll tell you guys about that later. These cats are so cute. Let me go ahead and erase that. And y'all don't forget to do that Facebook thing. So when they do finish that case, y'all can go ahead and get that lawsuit. I mean, y'all can go ahead and get y'all a checks. I don't know how much it's going to be. So you better get whatever you can get. And that's on everything. All right. So now, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get into our topic for tonight. Let me take this stuff off of here, the breaking news thing down. We're going to go ahead and get into our topic for tonight, y'all. All right. So tonight, y'all, we're going to talk about some mysterious kidnappings, all right, and some other crimes. Some of these cases are a hot ass mess. I'm going to tell you that straight up. So if you're scary and stuff, I don't know what to say. But you shouldn't be scared because this is life. This is reality. One of these cases, I think maybe 2 or 3 go back to a long time ago, some years ago, like back in the 1940s. Have you guys heard of the McLaren family in Houston, Texas? Have you guys ever heard of that family? So let me go ahead and do this real quick, y'all. Hold on for a second. Hold on. Let me tell y'all about the McLaren family. Then I'm probably trying to show y'all a picture of these weirdos. All right. Some weird ass people out here, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. When I heard these stories today, I was like, what? And so when people say stuff is happening now, let me let y'all know something. It has always been happening. You just didn't know about it, all right? Because they did not have cell phones and the things that they have out now. But these people were psycho back then too. Because this is back in 1940s, okay? And they was doing stuff way before the 1940s, okay? Let's see here. Okay, so y'all, here we go. Wait a minute. Let's see if I can find these people right. Hold on. Let me type it up here the right thing because I got the wrong thing up here. The McLaren family who hired a clown. Okay, let's see. For his birthday. Let me get the right story, okay? I do not want to see no Google shit. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let me get this right story because they be bringing up everything but the right thing. Am I spelling their name right? McLaren. Let me do this. Let me put this on here too, y'all. Just hold on for a second. Let me just put it up here like this. Let me put Houston, Texas. My gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go back to that one and I'm gonna go to the second one, all right? Because I cannot find that story anymore, but it's here. Let me go to Antoinette Cayadito. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I know I'm saying that name incorrect. I'm gonna tell you about her story. Now, normally I would have put this up online, okay? But when I do, it's not going to be up where somebody else is going to be talking because I don't need them to be doing a little what's name like they always do. They like to do that shit every time I put a video up and stuff. I'm talking about YouTube. So you have to find other ways to do things, okay? So this little girl right here, y'all, let me show you what she looks like, okay? And I'm going to turn that music all the way around because we don't need no distractions. Let me go ahead and turn it down. All the way down because all I hear is that music back there. So this little girl right here, y'all, let me show you what she look like. This little girl right here was kidnapped. Okay, can you see her? Her. All right, I'm gonna be playing. I think I can. I don't know if I should, but I'm gonna tell you about it. Let's see. Anthony, Antoinette Cadito, and I know I'm saying her name wrong, so I'm just gonna call her Antoinette. Antoinette disappeared April the 6th, 1986, y'all. She was 9 years old. All right. She lived in Gallup, New Mexico, US. Okay. She was born on December the 25th, 1976. Let me tell you about the story. Okay. Oh my God. On April the 6th, 1986, this quiet community of 18,000 people was rocked by the mysterious disappearance of a 9-year-old girl named Antoinette Carrito. When her mother, Penny, awoke that morning, she was surprised to find that Antoinette was not in the house. Hold on for 1 minute, y'all. Hold on. She said, "We went looking for her around the house. Nothing. I didn't start panicking until we checked with all the neighbors. We went to every house and nobody had seen her." The police and Penny neighbors searched the surrounding foothills but found no trace of the little girl. Authorities were almost certain she had been kidnapped. The days stretched into weeks, then months. Police could offer little to bolster Penny's hopes of ever finding her daughter alive. Finally, after a year, after a year had passed and all seemed lost, a dramatic call. Let me turn this volume down. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn this damn volume down. Turn that off. Okay, we silenced that. Let me silence this other one. This damn shit. All right. So after a year, y'all, a year had passed and all seemed lost. A dramatic call came into the Gallup police station. The voice claimed to be Antoinette, and the dispatcher asked her where she was. But before the girl could answer, the call was abruptly ended by an unidentified man. Detectives played a recording of the call for her mom. Hold on. And I'm going to show you. I hope, I don't know if they have this recording, the video on here of the recording, but I heard it earlier. I don't see any video on here. But in that, on that recording, y'all, the little girl was saying, help her. She is in Albuquerque, Mexico, and help her and things like that. And then while the little girl was saying that, sounding like she was scared and everything, somebody in the back was telling her to hang up the phone. And you heard the little girl saying, I thought you said I can use the phone. And then you heard the little girl, cry or scream or something like that. And like I said, if I can pull up the video, the audio, I'll let you guys hear it. All right. Let me see. So here we go right here. Where did I left them? So anyway, they let the mother listen to it. And she said, I listened to the tape over and over and over. And just by the way she says her last name and the way she screamed, sent chills all over my body. a mother knows, and I know that was her. And I do believe that was her too, because even when she said her name, you could tell, that's her. I mean, you can hear the accent. She didn't say it the way I just said it. You can hear her accent, you know what I'm saying? And everything. And I really just believe it was the little girl. I really do. It just sounded like it probably was her. Um, the phone call renewed hope for Antoinette's safe return. However, 4 torturous years passed without any further clues. The the FBI released two computer-enhanced photographs showing what Antoinette might look like at the age of 14. 4 months later, according to Agent Kevin Miles of the FBI, a possible sighting of Antoinette was reported in Carson City, Nevada. All right. A waitress in a restaurant in Carson City told the Carson City police about a strange incident that she had witnessed that particular day. She waited on a table at which sat a male and a female, rather unkempt, and a small girl about the age of 14 or 15. The little girl would deliberately, deliberately drop a utensil on the floor. The waitress put the utensil back on the table, and the little girl grabbed her hand. And the waitress thought nothing of it and went about her business. The threesome left the restaurant, and the waitress went back to the table and began to bust the table. She lifted up the plate belonging to the girl. Beneath was a napkin that said, "Please help me, call the police." By the time she realized what had happened, the couple and the girl was gone. So, if the waitress, maybe she didn't really think anything, but I don't know, because she said the male and the female was looking unkept, right? And the little girl was acting kind of, weird by dropping the utensil on the floor. That alone, I don't know. I don't know for sure, because I would think that you would be trying to figure out why she keeps on why she dropped the utensil on purpose. And then when she grabbed the waitress' hand, that would have made me feel some type of way, right? So I don't know. I don't know how she could have handled that. Because if you call the police and the police come, they probably won't even come because you just think something. So I don't know how she would have handled that. You know. Anyway, they said shortly after the Carson City sighting, Penny turned to her own Native American heritage in the search of Antoinette. She and her other daughters visited a respected Navajo medicine woman skilled in performing traditional tribal ceremonies. The medicine woman performed the crystal ritual, which is said to make contact with the spirit of a missing person. According to the medicine woman, Antoinette was still alive and may have a child. She was being held against her will by threats of violence somewhere in the Southwest. Penny was amazed that the information provided by the medicine woman was consistent with the elements of the detective's investigation. Going to the medicine lady gives me a lot of strength, and it helps me to just know that she is alive. No matter who she's with, they have got to have some compassion not to hurt another human being as small as she is. Antoinette was 9 years old when she disappeared. Today, at the time of this article, she would be in her 30s. But this article was written a while ago, so now I think she would be like 44. She has brown hair, brown eyes, and her birthday is December the 25th. This is the way they think she looks right now. All right, let me show y'all. Let me see if I can get that to come in clear. You have to do this phone a certain way for the picture to come in so you can see it. Wait. Oh man, you can't even get the damn. Okay, see now you can see it. So this is what they think she looks like now. Okay, let me see if I can actually get that audio that she did, that recording. Let's see. Okay, let me see if I can pull that up. I don't know if they're gonna be able to pull that up because I heard it earlier. This is what she used to look like again when she was little, like at I guess at 9 or somewhere around that age, or maybe 14. I don't know. So it's amazing how she wrote this letter right here. See, she wrote this paper this message on a piece of napkin and left it, I think, underneath the table. Not the table, but underneath the plate. You're not going to be able to read the writing, but it says "Help me, please" on there. Okay, so she had actually wrote that, I guess, hoping that the waitress would see it and be able to call the police before they got ready to leave. I wish she could have did something else a little different or something, but she was little, so around 14 and 15, so she probably wouldn't know anything else to do besides write it on a piece of napkin and put it underneath the plate so that those two wouldn't see it. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But she's still listed as missing, y'all. And they haven't heard anything about her since that last thing, with the restaurant. Let's see. Let's see what some of these comments says. Let's see. Somebody said, I can't really see her being alive at this point. Those eyewitnesses accounts, months and years after the fact, I never put too much weight on. People are wrong a lot, even about things that they swear are 100% true, much less months and years later. Whoever took her, under whatever circumstances, probably didn't have her around long. A lot of DNA tests on those happening these days. Wouldn't be surprised to see a match to one in the next few years. Okay. Um, so I don't know, y'all. Like I said, I don't see the recording on here. But yeah, when I heard that recording, I was like, wow, because she was like, you could tell that she was scared, right? And she was like sneaking on the phone, trying to talk real fast. And then the people caught her on the phone and told her to hang up or whatever the case is. Then you heard her scream and stuff. Because I don't know if they hit her or whatever. So I don't know if she's still alive or not, but I hope she is. And my prayers are with her and her family. I hope this spiritual person wasn't lying when she said that she said that little girl could be possibly, well, she's a woman now, like 40 some years old now. She could still be alive. She has her own child. But the thing about it is that even if she is still alive with a child, the people who kidnapped her will probably be old as ever right now, right? And so one day they're going to die. So if she's still alive, when that happens, she probably could get away. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. How can you? I don't know. These people are weird. But like I said, if she is alive, I hope they do find her or whatever the case is. So let's go ahead and go to the next one. The next one, y'all, is Mr. and Mrs. DeBold. All right. And I hate that I have to do this way, but I just do not want to them to be tripping out on what's the name. Let me see if they got that. See if they got that audio real quick. I want to play the audio for y'all. Let me see. Let me type on this see if they got that audio. I want y'all to hear that. Here it is right here. This is the 911 call, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all hear this real quick. This is so damn sad.
Okay, whereabouts in Albuquerque? Hello? Antoinette, where are you? Antoinette? Hello?
That's her call. Let me play it one more time. Okay, let's play it one more time. Let me see if I can get another one that's really clear. Let's see. Here it is right here. Listen, y'all.
Police department? Hello? I'm Antoinette Garibito. Okay, whereabouts in Albuquerque? Hello? Antoinette, where are you? Antoinette? Hello?
See what I'm talking about? That's real sad. Now you know that was her. You know that was her. Her mom knows her voice anyway, so you know that was definitely her and stuff. And that little girl sounded like she was really scared and everything. And then clearly the people who had her called her on the phone, and they must have was hitting her when they called her on the phone, and then made her hung up the phone or whatever the case is. And then she was gone for she was out of sight again. You know, no phone calls or anything for what 4 years, and then the waitress thought she might have seen a little girl at the restaurant, right, with two other people, and The little girl at the restaurant was probably her at around 14 or 15 years old, somewhere around that age. Then she wrote that message, "Help me, please." And she was acting kind of, odd or whatever you want to call it. And the two people who were with her probably noticed that too. And so that's why they probably got up and left. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's a sad case. It's a real sad case. Let me see some. All right. Some people said they believe the phone call was a hoax, but I don't know because the mom would know her voice. I'm gonna say that again. The mom would know her voice. Okay, she would know her own child's voice. All right, and that's for real. She would know her own voice, her own child's voice. All right. So now we're gonna go with Mr. and Mrs. DeBow. Okay. So I did not want to see no TikTok videos. Damn. Is this my Google? Let me see. Okay, so Mr. and Mr. DeBose, y'all, I'm gonna just tell y'all right now they was kidnapping children. Okay, during Halloween time, they would decorate their house right for Halloween, and they wanted to have the best decorated home. All right, so every Halloween they would decorate so everybody can notice it. All the kids would come up there, and then they would give out, candy to them. All right, they would give out candy and treats to them and everything. Um, Let me see. I'm trying to find the damn actual news thing. Let me see. Mr. DeBose. Let me put this on here. Halloween. All right. They actually made, I believe they made a movie out of this as well. Okay. I really do. I don't want no TikTok to tell y'all about it. I'm going to tell you guys about it. Okay. Let me see. I'm trying to find the actual story, y'all. I think they actually made a movie out of this too. And like I was telling you guys, they would decorate their home really, really nice and stuff. And to lure people, kids and stuff to their house. And they would give them candy and stuff. And so what they were doing is that when the kids would come to their house, certain kids they would kidnap. Okay, they would kidnap the kids. And then on this one particular Halloween, I guess one of the kids noticed something weird about one of the decorations. Anyway, the child must have touched the decoration. I don't know what the child did. Well, anyway, the child discovered that one of the decorations was one of the kids that were missing. The husband and wife team had killed the kidnapped child and I guess took all of their organs out or whatever the case is, and then stuffed them or whatever the case is. Like you do stuffed animals, and then she and he would put that person out there as a decoration for Halloween time to make it look more realistic and make their yard look better than any other yard. Okay, and they were doing this for a long time, and I think when they were on their deathbed is when they actually told that this is what they were doing, and they did this for a long time. So let me see if I can get the egg on actual story about this. All right, I think this is it right here. Let's see if this is it. I'm wondering if I play this actual story, will I get a what's the name? I don't know. It's I don't even trust what's the name. Well, let me show y'all some of the costumes they made real quick out of the kids. Here is one right here on this TikTok video. You can see it. Look, this little picture right there is one of some of the costumes that they made. Not costumes, but you know what I'm talking about. The little stuff they made to put in their yard, the decor. And these are actual people, kids that they kidnapped and killed and then stuff. And I'm thinking this is the man, okay? And this is some of the kids that were missing, all right, back then. Some crazy ass people out here, right? And like I told you guys, don't think they just acting crazy now. They've been acting crazy. Y'all just didn't know nothing about it, okay? Because they didn't have camcorders and phones and shit and all this other stuff they have out. Yeah, they be doing weird stuff, Missy. Let me go ahead and see if I can actually get the damn article. Shit, because man, I'm telling you, it's hard to find this stuff. They got everything. It's a lot of DeBo's that did stuff. But I'm looking for the ones who was let me see. Let me see. Halloween. Let me see. Halloween killers. Let's see if that'll bring it up. Let's see, y'all. I mean, I don't see this shit up here at all. Wait a minute, y'all. Bear with me. So if I play this guy's video and let him tell you about it, I hope that I don't get a what's the name. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to the audio and we will see. Because I cannot find the actual story. I'm gonna let him tell you about it. But he's gonna say the exact same thing that I just said. He may add some little more stuff in it. So listen.
Let's talk about this picture. It centers around Mr. and Mrs. Dubois. They were some of the town of Hackenshaw's favorite neighbors, but they had a dark side to them. But first, we're gonna enjoy some pizza.
Okay,
Just like my favorite pizza. It's from Marco's Pizza.
Ignore that.
I'm from Jersey because I'm from Jersey. You see, they were kind to everyone. Even invited people who just moved into town for dinners. They would also have the best decorations for holidays as well. Their house would always win the contest for best decorated in the town. People just loved their Christmas lights and their Halloween decorations. In the beginning of October 1876, they started throwing parties for the kids. All the kids from around the town would come, even from outside the town. It was fun. They played games, they ate candy, everyone just had a good time. But out of the 20 kids that came over that night, about 4 went missing. And after about 3 weeks of searching, the case went slow and they gave up. Halloween finally came around, and the contest for the best decorations, of course, went to the Dubois. That night, while trick-or-treating, one of the boys in town named Sam went up to one of the decorations. When he grabbed the mask off, he realized it was one of the children who went missing. The child was stuffed and put on display in front of the yard as a decoration. The Dubois, who saw this and not wanting to get caught, grabbed the little kid inside, adding him to their collection. No one suspected a thing because the Dubois were so kind and nice to everyone. It wasn't until years later on their deathbed that they admitted at throwing parties every year to steal a child or 3 and told police that they could find all the missing children in their basement. The reason they did it was because they needed decorations realistic enough so they could always win those contests. Let's talk about this picture. It centers around Mr. and Mrs. Dubois. They were some of the town of Hackenshaw's favorite neighbors, but they had a dark side to them. But first,
okay, so they was throwing parties, y'all, right? And then people would become missing, okay? Then something about the little boy who came to the house, right? For candy, trick or treat, or whatever. And he noticed the decor, I guess, that it was something weird. And so when they saw that, they didn't want him to tell. So they grabbed him, killed him. I guess they took him to the basement, I don't know. Killed him and then stuffed him and then used him for some decorations. All right. And nobody knew that this couple was doing this because this couple was very, very nice. Always threw those parties. And this was what? Back in the 17 something. So they was tricking everybody. And they only confessed when they was on their deathbed. And they told the people that some of the boys that they were kidnapping, I guess they didn't do any girls, were in the basement. Okay, in the basement dead. I guess waiting to be used for Christmas, not Christmas, for Halloween decor. Now let me show you the pictures again that he has up there. Hold on for a second.
Like my favorite pizza. It's from Marco's Pizza. Reminds me of Jersey because I'm from Jersey. You see, they were kind to everyone. Even invited people who just moved into town for dinners. They would also have the best decorations for holidays as well. Their house would always win the contest for best decorated in the town. People just loved their Christmas lights and their Halloween decorations.
So they did Christmas lights too.
1876, they started throwing parties for the kids. All the kids from around the town would come.
Let's stop this real quick. So look, this is one of the parties right here. Let me show y'all. That's one of the parties right there they was throwing, okay? So they was throwing parties to get people to come there for the kids, right? And so they would take some of the kids, like they took 4. And so I guess they killed those 4 kids, right? and then they stuffed them and then put them out there for decorations for Halloween, right? And they did this every single year. And these dumb people didn't realize that they were doing this. Okay, let's go ahead and finish. I want to show the other
it was
pictures.
fun. They played games, they ate candy, everyone just had a good time. But out of the 20 kids that came over that night, about 4 went missing. And after about 3 weeks of searching, the case went slow and they gave up. Halloween finally came around, and the contest for the best decorations, of course, went to the Dubois. That night while trick-or-treating, one of the boys in town named Sam went up to one of the decorations. When he grabbed the mask off, he realized it was one of the children who went missing. The child was
And see, that's what happened.
and put on the
He was, like I said, trick or treating. He walked up to one of the decor pieces and pulled the mask off. Okay, and that's when he noticed that that was one of the kids. Okay, and so this is what happened next.
display in front of the yard as a decoration. The Dubois who saw this and not
So the Dubois, this is what they look like together. I'm saying their name wrong, like always, but this is them. See, you would look at them, you would think they wasn't doing all this weird stuff. Just natural born killers. Killers. See.
one idiot caught, grabbed the little kid inside, adding him to their collection. No one suspected
Wait.
a thing because the Dubois was so kind and nice to everyone. It wasn't until years later on their deathbed that they admitted at throwing parties every year to steal a child or 3 and told police that they could find all the missing children in their basement. The reason they did it was because they needed decorations realistic enough so they could always win those contests.
And that's crazy as hell, y'all. You got to be crazy as hell to be doing that. All right. You're gonna have parties just to kidnap some kids. And then to think about it, you would think that the people would still suspect them, because why would people disappear? The kids disappear at the party after the party was over, okay? And every year this happened. That's common sense. Why come they did not suspect these people? It doesn't matter about being nice. If you're throwing a party every single year, a Christmas party or whatever else party, and then after your kids leave, for the kids, after your kids leave this party, 3 kids become missing, 3 or 4, maybe 1, 2, 3 or 4. Are you stupid? You know that they're doing this, okay? And then when they get on their deathbed, they then confess to killing all these kids and stuffing some of them to use them as as Halloween decor, and that the rest of the bodies were in the basement. That's crazy. And they even killed the little boy who noticed it. They just grabbed him and put him in the damn basement after they killed him. And I want to know, how did they kill these kids and things like that? And what did they stuff them with? This is why I was trying to find the actual article. Let's see what Missy said. That's crazy, y'all. I told you this was in the 17 something. Beware psychopaths and sociopath. People who seem okay are not always wrapped too tight. I agree. I know, shit. Trust me, I already know about that, but that's crazy as hell. All right. Mr. and Mrs. DeBow. The neighborhood's most friendly couple who would throw parties every Halloween, but they were hiding a dark, twisted secret. All right. And that was what we just heard, which is a damn shame, y'all, which is a damn shame. And I wish I could have found the actual article, but sometimes when you look for these things, it's hard to find them again. That's why I usually screenshot them and stuff like that, but that's crazy. Let me see what else do they say anything about it. Looking crazy. And you saw, I showed y'all, I guess those are actual pictures of some of the decor of the kids, the dead kids in those, with those masks on and stuff. And how do they keep the bodies from stinking, y'all? How do they keep the bodies from stinking too? You know what I'm saying? And for going through the rigor mortis and all that stuff. How do they stop that? So clearly they must have been researching something, some type of way, and knew, either doing some type of experiment. They was testing it out to see if it would work. You know what I'm saying? Because how would they know how to do all of this? There was no computers or anything like that going on back then. That is crazy. So I don't still see that little article yet. But anyway, you just heard the story. There's no need to go further about it because we already know they're lunatics. All right, and that's just on everything. Next one, y'all, is Debbie Collier. And I'm going to tell you straight up right now, she was burned alive. All right, so I'm going to tell you the story of Debbie Collier. All right, let me get it real quick. and I'm gonna tell you, she was burned alive, y'all. She was took. She had went to Dollar Tree, one of my favorite places to do a haul on, and I guess she bought a tarp for herself to do whatever she needed to do on, do with. But anyway, they used that same. I don't know if it was the same one, but they used. I think they did use that tarp to burn her alive on. Okay, so yeah, this is her right here. Um, let's see what they're saying. Let's see. Let's see. So, okay, let's see what happened with her. They said 80% of her body was burned too. Let's see. And they said that they ruled that as suicide. How could they rule that as suicide? They said that autopsy revealed Collier died from inhalation of superheated gases, thermal injuries, and hydrocodone intoxication. Maybe she was high. Okay, maybe she was high. Hey, Pacino, how you doing? Okay, thank you so much, hon. Maybe she was high off the codone. Okay, and then that's the reason why all this happened. But anyway, let's see what they're saying about this. But they did rule this as a suicide, all right? But how did she just? I guess she just lit herself on fire. Okay, let's see. Trying to see what happened. So she lived in Georgia. Okay, let me see if they put the whole story down here. She left a cryptic message to her daughter before her bizarre death as well. Okay. Um, so they said her body was partially burned and was discovered at the bottom of a ravine, and the final message suggests suggested she had been taken against her will. That's what they were saying at first, okay? Until they did the state medical examiner's office determined the manner of death after they did autopsy, said that she died from inhalation of a superheated gases, also thermal injuries. Those are from the burn, though, the burning up, and hydrocodone intoxication. All right. So let's see. It said that Mrs. Collier started a small fire that charred her stomach and caused her to inhale smoke. Hey, Infant Shicey, thank you for coming in. Um, so she started a small fire, but why did she start the small fire? They said she started a fire, though, y'all. They said this was a self inflicted death. All right. Let's see. So she was missing on September the 11th, I guess in 2022 or 21 or somewhere around that time, 60 miles from her home in Athens, Georgia. Um, she was naked, laying on her back, and grasping a small tree with her right hand, according to an incident report. But why was she naked, y'all? This don't even make no daggone sense. All right. And she was 59 years old. This is what she looked like. I don't know about this, okay? Because why would she be naked on the ground? How you know somebody didn't give her hydrocodone? Okay, let's see. Her stomach had been badly burned, and she was lying just a few feet from the site of a small fire. An unfired bullet was also found at the scene. Okay, so she had a bullet. So I guess maybe she was going to take her life with the bullet in a gun or something. I don't know. Her family had reported her missing one day earlier after she sent a $2,385 payment to her daughter, along with a cryptic message that said, "They are not going to let me go, love you. There is a key to the house in the flower pot by the door. They are not going to let me go, love you." No, I don't believe you. Listen, this is very strange. This is why they had this in this thing that I was watching. Because why would, if she killed herself, why would she leave a cryptic message saying, "They are not going to let me go, love you"? There is a key to the house in the blue flower pot by the door. Okay, so they said a surveillance footage captured the mother of two entering a Family Dollar store alone at 2:55 p.m. on September the 10th. There she bought a rain poncho, a two-roll pack of paper towels, a refillable torch lighter, and an OBD trap and reusable tote bag. Those were some of the same items found next to her body, too, y'all. Her daughter initially told investigators that her mother had left her purse and phone at home, according to an incident report. However, Collier was spotted carrying her purse in the footage from the discount store. Her purse and her phone were also found at the site where her body was. After leaving the store, Collier was captured on surveillance footage sitting inside the car in the parking lot from around 3:09 p.m. to 3:19 p.m. That was the last time they seen her alive. Police previously said that Collier died sometime between 3:19 p.m. on September the 10th when she left the dollar store in her car in between 12:44 p.m. on September the 11th when law enforcement found her body in the ravine after spotting her car close by. Her death was quickly ruled a homicide, with police describing it as a personal and targeted murder and not a random act of violence. Yet the investigation continued on with no arrests and no suspects. Okay, so this was her going into Family Dollar store. She looked like she was happy to me, but I don't know. People looks are deceiving. She looked like she was happy to me. So meanwhile, it emerged that the minimum payment was close to the sum that Collier's daughter's boyfriend Andrew owed in probation fines. The couple had moved back in with Collier just 2 days earlier after returning to Georgia from Maryland. Okay. It also came to light that Collier had been involved in a car accident 1 month before her death with a man who was out on parole. The man had reportedly begged her not to call the police about the incident as driving was a violation of his parole. However, in recent weeks, investigators and Collier's own family members began to explore the possibility that the mysterious death was not a homicide. Okay. So the evidence that they found, y'all, it indicated that either it was a suicide or an accident. And even her daughter appeared on a podcast later on and said she believed her mom had killed herself. She said her mother had shared some key intimate things and was giving away things in the days before her death. She added she added that the last time she saw her mother alive, she noticed tears in her eyes. So what was wrong with her mom? I wonder. But anyway, so they did rule her death a accidental suicide or either a suicide on purpose. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out why she took off her clothes though. That's kind of weird. Why did she take off her clothes? Um, I don't know. If she was taking a drug, hold on, y'all. Sorry about that. If she was taking a drug, that may be one of the reasons why she undressed. Who knows and stuff. But anyway, it's still a strange case. At first, they thought somebody could have done that. You can't really know 100% if they did or not because people can make things look like it was a suicide. Because previously they said that she was burnt alive. So I'm guessing that she probably burnt herself alive. I don't know for sure. Okay. So the next story, y'all, is let's see who I want to talk about. Oh, this lady right here is a damn psycho. Catherine Knight, y'all. Catherine Knight appeared to be a loving lady. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. She really did. But she wasn't. Let me check these off so I won't say the same ones over again. But she wasn't. So let me see if I can actually pull up her entire story so I can tell you guys about this psycho lady. All right, because she was a psychopath. Okay, and I don't want to tell y'all what she did exactly. but when you hear the story, you're gonna know. Catherine Knight, and here she is, right? Just a straight up psycho. Um, this lady is an Australian murderer and the first woman in the country's history to be sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. And this is what she looked like. I don't know if she's still alive now, but if she is, this is what she looks like. A damn psychopath, okay? Now let me tell you everything that she did so y'all can hear this. Okay, this lady was convicted for the murder of her partner, John Charles Thomas Price, in February 2000. All right, and yes, she still is alive. She stabbed him to death. And after she stabbed him to death, y'all, she skinned him and then she put his skin on a meat hook. And then you know what else she did after that? She proceeded, she was getting ready to feed his kids their dad for dinner or lunch, point blank. So let me tell you about her story here. And there's a movie called Beyond Bad. It is made, um, it's based on her life, what she did, okay? In case you want to check that out. And she also had a twin, okay? Um, her twin is Joy. Boy, her name is Joy, okay? Okay, let me go ahead and tell y'all about this chick, this lady. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I don't want to read her whole story anyway because I know she got married like I think one other time, and then she had a boyfriend or whatever the case is. But she was doing all types of weird shit, even with the other two former boyfriends and stuff like that. I don't want to go into the whole details about her because it's a long story. Let's see. Let's see. This lady is 67 years old as of now. So let me see if I can do this without reading out the whole damn thing. Okay, she has four children, y'all, too. I think she had two or three children by her first husband, and then when she met the dude that she killed and skinned alive, not skinned alive, she killed him and then she skinned him, and then she boiled some of his parts, I guess, to cook him or whatever the case is, to feed to his kids, I guess. So I think they had one child together. Okay, let me see if I can do it from here. Okay, so here we go. She used to work in a slaughterhouse. Okay, my God, I hate when they do this cookie shit on here. I do not want to put cookies on my phone. I hate when they do this. What I could do it on this one. I don't care about this phone. Okay, so here we go. This lady worked at a slaughterhouse, so that's why she knew how to do. I guess that's why she know how she knew how. I mean, that's how she knew how to skin, someone. I guess because she did that in a slaughterhouse. Okay. Um. So her and her current husband or boyfriend had an argument, all right? So I guess the argument got really out of hand and got out of control or whatever the case is. Anyway, she stabbed him with a butcher knife at least 37 times. And this happened in February 2000, okay? She then chopped him up, cooked him, and prepared to serve him to his own children. Before she chopped him up, though, she skinned him and everything. All right? This crazy ass lady, y'all. Look. Now they say even before the grisly killing, the life of Catherine Mary Knight was marked by violence and sexual abuse that only hinted at the bloodshed to come. She was born on October 24th, 1955 in Tenterville, Australia. Okay. She was a product of a scandalous affair between her mom and her father, blank, blank, blank. All right. I think I think her mom met her dad through her husband. I think she slept with him and then got pregnant with this killer in Blase Blase, if I'm reading this correctly. Okay, so let me just skip on up because we don't want to know everything about this crazy lady. We just want to know what she did. Okay, so she, like I told y'all before, she had another husband that she met as well. Then I think she had a couple boyfriends before she met this last dude, and that's the one that she killed, cooked, and tried to feed him to the kids. Okay, so let me just go ahead and read this. While working in the butcher shop, Knight met David Kellett, a raging alcoholic, much like her father, who was prone to fist fights, and so she was used to this kind of violence. Okay, Knight surprised her new boyfriend when she joined in one of his drunken fights. So I guess he was actually fighting people at the bars and stuff. And so this lady joined in with him when it came to fighting at the bars and places like that. Anyway, her new man soon realized that Knight was capable of doing more than a little damage with her fists. Before long, he found himself being dominated by her. So this chick knew how to fight. In 1974, she convinced him, tricked him into marrying her. He was heavily intoxicated the entire time, and her mother even warned him about her daughter's temper, saying that Knight had a screw loose somewhere. On their wedding night, Knight and Kellett consummated their marriage 3 times. I don't know why they had to put 3 times in here. When he fell asleep, Knight wanted a fourth round and took issues with her new husband being tired. So she started to strangle him. The husband woke up and managed to fight Knight off. Even though she attempted to kill him only 1 day into their marriage, the union lasted for 10 more years. The marriage was, however, far from being perfect. All right. Her husband was often unfaithful, and he once even left his wife and their 2 daughters in the middle of the night. After discovering one of her husband's affairs, Knight placed their 2-month-old infant on a local train track shortly before a train was coming in. However, the train did not come in and the infant was not killed. And she also threatened several people with a stolen axe. She was also diagnosed with postnatal depression after a witness saw her violently pushing and swinging her second child in a stroller down a busy street. She spent a few months in a psychiatric hospital where she told nurses that she intended to kill a mechanic who had fixed her husband's car because that made it possible for him to leave her. Despite this threat, though, her husband took this psychopath back when she was released from the hospital. But their reunion didn't last long, y'all. And Knight went through a period of deep distress after the husband finally did leave her. And this is her right here with her toxic man. They were toxic together because they both were toxic. Two drunks. All right, that's why you can't be drinking like that. In 1986, shortly after her breakup with her ex husband, Catherine Knight jumped into a whirlwind romance with David Saunders, a local miner. Within a few months, Saunders moved in with her and her 2 daughters. However, he kept his apartment, and Knight became very jealous and suspicious about what he did when she wasn't around. Like her previous relationships, this one quickly grew toxic and violent. At one point, she slit the throat of his 2-month-old dingo puppy in front of him just to show him what she was capable of. Wow. Still, though, they stayed together, y'all, and even had a daughter a year later. However, Saunders left Knight shortly after the birth because she had attempted to kill him with a pair of scissors. Then she met a man named John Chillingworth. They stayed together for 3 years and had a child, Eric, Knight's first son. While no violent incidents have been reported about their relationship, it ended after Chillingworth learned that Knight was having an affair with a man named John Charles Thomas Price. Okay, all right, here we go, right here. The beginning of Catherine Knight and John Price relationship was without complications. He had two older children who lived with him and seemed to like Knight, and he made enough money as a minor to keep her very comfortable. They moved in together in 1995, and things were going very good, y'all. However, when she suggested they marry and he declined, she turned violent. Knight framed Price for stealing things from his company and got him fired. Though he initially kicked her out, a few months later they started seeing each other again. However, this time he refused to let her move back in. According to their friends and neighbors, Knight's violence then began to escalate. In February of 2000, an argument between John Charles Thomas Price and Catherine Knight, it just went out of control, with her attempting to stab him in the chest. He took out a restraining order against her in an attempt to keep his children safe. Then at the end, around the end of the month, y'all, Price let on that he was concerned for his safety and told his co-workers that if he ever went missing, it was because Knight killed him. He was right to be afraid. Then let me show y'all the food she made for the kids. That meat is him, parts of his body. So they were going to eat their dad. All right, there's a lunatic. So let's see. On February 29th, 2000, John Charles Thomas Price came home from work and followed his regular routine of checking in with his neighbors before going to bed at 11. Knight came home shortly after making herself dinner. She watched TV, showered, and then went upstairs. She woke Price. The two had sex, and he went back to bed. Yuck. Then Catherine Knight took a butcher knife from next to her bed, where she had always kept them, and stabbed Price 37 times, according to evidence. He woke up during the attack but could not fight her off. He succumbed to his wounds, and Knight dragged his body downstairs. She then skinned him and hung his body from a meat hook in the living room. Damn. Then she decapitated him and cut up pieces of his body to cook in a dish with potatoes, pumpkin, beets, zucchini, cabbage, squash, and gravy. She then made a dish for herself, though the half discarded contents later found at the crime scene suggest that she couldn't finish her meal. Okay, so this is her where they were interviewing her crazy ass after she did all this stuff. And I'm trying to figure out why these men was going crazy over her anyway. And I'm really trying to figure that out. Okay, she then laid down next to the headless, mutilated corpse of Price, took a large number of pills, and passed out because she was trying to kill herself then, but it didn't work. Price co-workers heeded his warnings the next morning and called the police after he didn't show up for his shift. The police arrived to find Catherine Knight's gruesome crime scene and immediately detained the comatose Knight. Once she woke up, she claimed to have no memory of the night before. In the kitchen, y'all, police found Price's head. It was boiling in a pot of vegetables on the stove. On the table, they found two full plates. Each had a label with a name in horror. The police revealed that Knight had planned to serve John's Price body parts to his children. Let's see. And this is this guy right here who she killed. He looked like a nice dude. Too bad he hooked up with her ass. That's him. That's what he looked like. All right. Now, despite her claims that she had no memory of the night John Charles Thomas Price died, Catherine Knight was quickly charged with murder. In October of 2001, her trial commenced, but it didn't get very far for reasons that remain unclear. Knight changed her plea to guilty, and the judge adjourned the case without testimony. She was escorted to prison that day, and the judge ordered that her papers be marked never to be released. For the first time in history, a woman in Australia was given a life sentence without parole. To this day, Knight maintains her innocence and refused to accept the responsibilities for her actions. Catherine Knight has appealed her sentence before and was denied almost immediately. She is still serving her life sentence at Waters Silverwater Women's Correctional Center in Australia. This lady was a damn psycho. I mean, beyond. She sounded like she was a narcissist too, and definitely a psycho damn Pat. I mean, damn, who does these things? You know what I'm saying? And the sad thing is that these men was going crazy over her. Why? I don't know. And then, because she does not even seem like she was appealing or anything. And then, even when they broke up with her, they let her come back. Okay. And then if somebody telling you that they're trying to kill you as a man, especially, I would have just been waiting on this lady with my, you know what? I really would have been waiting on her. Okay. And that's on everything. When people tell you they're going to do something to you, yeah, you go to the police and report it, but you also be waiting for them to do everything that they claim, and be properly prepared. You know what I'm saying? He studied. I know. I mean, like, why have sex with her again if y'all are not going to be together and this lady's crazy? A lot of men mess up right there when they go back and have sex with these lunatics. If somebody is saying that they're going to kill you, why would you want to be having sex with them? Shit, I'm going to believe that they're going to kill me. But that's a gruesome story, y'all. This lady was an absolutely crazy, crazy ass lady. Let me see if I can see her. And she is one of the most evil people. Let me see this little interview real quick. Let me hear her talk. We're just going to listen to a very brief part because I want to hear her talk. I don't know if I should. I think I can. I just want to see what she say. Hold on for a second. Let's see.
I got the opportunity to.
Let me see. I want to hear her talk.
She left John Chilling.
You get away with it because.
No, I don't hear
something or said.
They claim it was an interview, but I don't hear this lady talking nowhere.
She sliced it.
Experienced by.
Yeah, they still talking about it, but
we believe.
I don't hear her talking, y'all. So I wanted to hear her talk, but clearly they were just telling us what she was saying in her prison. Okay, when they did an interview with her and stuff. But yeah, this lady was crazy as hell. Very crazy. All right, so what y'all think about that? I told you these people have been crazy. Now this happened in 2000, I believe, but these other ones happened earlier. All right. Now the next one, y'all, is Canada's youngest killer. This little girl right here, Canada's youngest killer, she was only 12 years old. Okay, y'all. Let me let y'all know she's now out of jail or whatever, and she's now attending college. All right. But anyway, this chick was 12 years old and was dating, I believe, a 23-year-old man. Okay. And I think she got mad at her parents because her mom, maybe her dad too, I can't remember, didn't want her to date this old ass dude. Because again, she was only 12 years old, right? And the dude was 23. So I think she convinced her and her boyfriend, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, killed her parents. Okay. So let me tell you the story of her. Okay. On July the 9th, 2007, Richardson, who had by then turned 13, was found guilty of 3 counts of first-degree murder in the killings. Because, I think she killed her mom and her sibling and her dad, or either her mom and her siblings or something like that. She is believed to be the youngest person ever convicted of a multiple murder in Canada. So let me just tell you what she damn did. All right. Let me see if I can pull her up. Okay. So the murders that she did were all planned and committed by the family's 12-year-old daughter, Jasmine Richardson's, and her 23-year-old boyfriend, Jeremy Stink, now going by the name Blase Blase. Okay. Both of these two were each convicted on 3 counts of first degree murder. Um, Richardson, the girl who had turned 13 before being convicted, is thought to be the youngest person in Canada ever convicted of multiple first degree murders. Her 10-year sentence was completed on May the 6th, 2016, and she is out. Okay. Her victims were Mark Richardson, which is her dad, Deborah, which is her mom, and her brother, Tyler. All right. Let me tell y'all what happened. According to friends of Jasmine, Richardson's parents had grounded her for dating this dude because of the age gap. Her friends had also criticized her relationship with this dude. Shortly after her arrest, the dude asked her to marry him and she agreed. According to friends of that dude, he told them he was a 300-year-old vampire. He allegedly told his friends that he liked the taste of blood and he wore a small vial of blood around his neck. He also had a user account at the vampirefreaks.com website. The girl had a page at the same site, leading to speculations they met there. However, a friend of the dude later said the couple actually met at a punk rock show in early 2006. And why was she at this show at 12 years old? The couple were also found to be communicating at Nexopia, a popular website for young people in Canada. Okay. Various messages they sent to each other were available to the public before their accounts were removed. Okay. Let's see what else they said. So, so her and her boyfriend reportedly watched the 1994 film Natural Born Killers. All right, y'all know what that was about. It's about a young couple who go on a violent killing spree. The dude told his friends that he and his girlfriend should go about their plans in a similar manner, but without sparing her little brother. That's sad, y'all. The boyfriend also said to an undercover officer, "You ever watched the movie Natural Born Killers? I think that's the best love story of all time." Okay, so let's see. So let me just go forward a little bit and let y'all know that she was sentenced 10 years, right? But she got out in 2016. Right now, she is in college in Canada. Okay, but the boyfriend was tried in November 2008 and found guilty by a jury on 3 counts of first degree murder for the killings of the 3 Richardson victims. On December the 15th, 2008, he was sentenced to 3 life sentences for one for each first degree murder count. And those sentences are to be served right after each other, okay? And he won't be eligible for parole until 25 years from now, okay? The accessory to the murder charges against the couple's friend, Casey Lancaster, was dropped, and she pleaded guilty to obstruction charge in Medicine Hat court. She received 1 year house arrest as part of a plea bargain, and she was ordered to refrain from using drugs and alcohol. All right. So let me go ahead and finish telling you guys this story, exactly what they did. This is crazy as hell. These kids need their ass kicked. Okay, and that's on everything. Why would you kill your parents because you want to date this old ass dude? Why? And that's exactly what happened. Okay? Why would you do that? Her ass wanted her, she wanted to date this dude, and she didn't want her dad and mom to stop her. So she concocted a plan with this dude here. Is this him right here? No, this is not him. To go in there and kill her mom, dad, and her little brother. And then I guess she thought they were going to get away with it, which is stupid and crazy. And they can get married and live happily, ever after. I believe that's crazy as hell. Who thinks like this? Honestly, this little girl should still be in jail. Okay, and that's on everything. Why is she even out? Let's see what they said right here. So yeah, like I said before, she concocted a plan to kill um, the girl's parents because they disapprove of the 10-year age gap between him and the girl. Okay, they said that the crime was loosely based on their favorite movie, Natural Born Killers. All right, the dude stabbed the mom and the father after he snuck into the family's home. But he claimed he did not plan these killings. Okay, he said he attacked the mother who was wearing only a nightgown after she turned on a light and found him huddled in the darkened basement. She screamed. Her husband came running with a small screwdriver and rushed the boyfriend. The man died in a fighter's stance, his arm still raised above him with loose fists in a room splashed with blood. The boyfriend maintained the boy's death came at the hands of the girl, his sister. At the trial, police officers and other witnesses became emotional as they recalled seeing the body of the small boy found on his bed with a deep slash to his throat. His eyes and mouth were wide open. Stuffed animals and a toy light spattered with the boy's blood could be seen next to his body. That's a damn shame. The boyfriend and girlfriend was arrested about I don't know, the day after they was arrested. They was arrested in a different place, a different area, which was about a 90-minute drive from where the girl lived at. And this is the house that they lived in. So he stabbed all of them to death, him and the girl, because they wanted to be together. But you know what? I'm really thinking that that boy just wanted to kill somebody anyway, and he encouraged that little silly ass girl to go along with it. 12 years old, you can encourage them to do shit. That's probably why she got a lesser time in jail, prison. Her brother was only 8 years old, okay, in 2006. He would only been like 24 years old. That's a damn shame, y'all. But I really, honestly, even though he could have encouraged her to do this, because he was 23, she was only 12, right, going on 13. I still say you're old enough to know not to kill your parents. Come on now, and your little brother, because you want to be with this damn dude. So, with that being said, I really do think she should still be in jail, regardless. I really do. What do y'all think? Do y'all think she should still be in jail? I think she should still be in jail too, because she took the life of her mom, dad, and her brother. She let this man encourage her to do this. And are they together now? Were they together after that? Because they got caught. That's crazy as hell. They got caught. That's what I don't understand. Do these people really be thinking when they do crimes like this? Because you can hear people all the time saying that they killing people because they want to be together with someone or because they want this jewelry or this money. But when they get their dumb asses caught, they don't get a chance to use the money like they want to, or they don't get a chance to be with this person like they want to. So what was the point of doing all this? And I would still say again, I think this dude was a killer anyway. I really do, and that's why he probably got all that time in prison. Because I do believe he was just a killer in the making, and he used that girl to plan it on out. That's a damn a shame, y'all. That really is. So the next story, y'all, I still want to find this other story with the clown. I may have to show y'all the video or let y'all hear the video. So the next one, y'all, is on Erica Harvey. Now, this story right here is crazy because I'm just trying to figure out the camp that the parents left this child with. Why come they didn't really do their job? And they just didn't. Okay? Now, let me tell you about that if I can damn find it. So, what had happened is that, let's see, let me do this right here. Let's see. No, I don't want to see this one right here. Let me find the actual story. They always be going over everything except the right thing. Anyway, the parents dropped this child off at like a wilderness therapy camp. Okay, so I think this is her right here, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure. Let me check to make sure this is her, y'all, first. Let me see if this is her. I want to make sure this is her. Okay, so this whew, the parents of this teenager, okay, decided to send their daughter to this therapy camp, okay, because they thought this camp would be able to help her. Erica was a straight A student, okay, an artist and an athlete until in 2001 when she began to struggle with things, all right. This little girl was once very happy and, just really happy and carefree and all that. All of a sudden, she started to be sad. She started flunking school. She started shying away from her friends and just started acting, depressed, I guess. They said that they found suicide notes from her. She was also expelled from her high school in 2002 because she was smoking marijuana in a campus bathroom. All right. So the parents, I guess, thought they was going to help their daughter. So they sent her to a lot of therapists, caseworkers, inpatient, psychiatric stays. She got medicine to take. And then they transfer her, I guess, to a new school because remember, she got expelled. But Erica continued to do whatever she was doing. She also was cutting herself, okay, y'all. She also started using drugs more, and she said she wanted to drop out of school, okay. So anyway, Erica's mother, hold on, y'all, wait a minute. Hold on, sorry about this. My allergies. Hold. So anyway, y'all, Erica's mother, I guess, was talking to people and everything, and the psychiatrist and whatever. Anyway, I guess they started telling her maybe sending her to some type of wilderness program, maybe beneficial, to her daughter. So anyway, the mom and dad spent months carefully researching different wilderness therapy programs for troubled teens. They ruled out ones that seemed too much into religion or too strict, and they disqualified programs that had no clinical aspect to manage Erica's medication. Okay. Anyway, they said that um, there was something different about a person going out and embracing nature, just finding themselves and being renewed because they outdoors. Okay. And she wanted her child to experience that. And she felt like that experience would make her daughter, you know, become healed, basically. She said she envisioned that her daughter would go back to school, okay, and just get herself together and everything, okay. And they was even thinking about letting her go to an online school if she did not want to return back to a regular school setting, okay. They wanted to believe that they had the answer to Erica's problems, all right? But, they didn't, all right? So she said they said she and her husband felt certain they had done good research to find the right program for their daughter. Um, so they took a short flight to Nevada. The mom and dad delivered Erica to the doors of Catherine Fear Wilderness Therapy Expeditions. Erica hugged her younger sister, then told her parents she hated them, and that would be the last thing they heard from her. And this is Erica, y'all, right here on her 15th birthday. I don't think they did the right thing taking her to that wilderness program, okay? You don't just give your kids off to somebody else thinking they can fix them. You try to fix them yourself, or at least stay there with them. Shit, okay? A network of private youth programs, therapeutic boarding schools, treatment centers, religious academies, wilderness programs, and drug rehab centers all operate on a profit rubric loosely termed the troubled teen industry, typically run by private companies and nonprofits or faith based groups. They are marketed to parents of teenagers experiencing behavioral problems, mental health struggles, drug abuse, learning disorders, and even shifting sexual orientation or gender identity. Okay, so that's what those programs are. All right. So now some people like Paris Hilton and others are speaking out about the dangers of these programs. That's why I said I don't know why they sent her there. Okay. So let me go ahead and finish with this thing. They done skip from one thing to the next. So anyway, let me see. Shit. Wait, hold on, y'all. What happened to the rest of it? Let's see. So here we go. So they left Erica there at the wilderness therapy place, okay? And they went back home, okay? So what happened on the next day, her first full day of the program, Erica and the other kids set out with the group leaders on a hike. Erica was fine and was even moving ahead of the group. But by 6 p.m., Erica started to act strange. Her eyes then rolled back in her head. She stumbled off the trail and landed face down into a rocky ravine. The staff reports say thought she was pretending. Eventually, someone checked her pulse and began CPR. More than 45 minutes later, someone called for medical help, but it would be hours before they would arrive because the staff gave the wrong address to a search and rescue team. Later, it emerged the staff EMT was inexperienced and staff members that was there didn't have experience working with kids on psychotropic medication. And she probably was having a reaction from that medication, okay? 5 hours after Erica collapsed, her temperature was still 101.7 degrees, and the official cause of death was heat stroke and dehydration. Okay. So when she fell into that damn water, right? They said she fell into the ravine, right? Face down. I'm trying to figure out why come they said they thought she was pretending. They left that girl in that water. Why come they didn't take her out the water and see what's wrong with her and call? They could have called 911 and 911 could have told them what to do over the phone. Okay. So let's see what else. Let's see what else they said on this. That's crazy, y'all. The thing about it is, like I just said, when she fell in that water, that ravine, they thought she was playing. Okay, they thought she was playing, and they left her there for like 45 minutes, and then they decided to check her pulse, and then they started doing CPR. Okay, then that's when somebody called for help. but the help did not even show up until hours later. And the thing about it is that when she fell into that ravine and she stayed in there for so long, she probably was dead then. Okay, she probably was dead then, even when they was doing the CPR and all that stuff. That's sad. They didn't even have enough sense to take her out that damn water as soon as she fell in there. Regardless if she was playing or not, they should have took her out of there. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even have enough sense. And then, like I was listening to another story about this, and they said that none of the staff there um, had any, like I said in this article, no experience working with kids that takes medication like this. So they didn't even know what to look for or anything or to watch out for. They didn't know. So they thought she was pretending and all this shit when her eyes was rolling up to her head and all this stuff. It seemed like she was having some type of reaction or overdose or something when her eyes was doing all that. And then she fell into the ravine face down, right? So you would think instead of just keep on doing what you're doing, thinking that she's pretending and she's just laying in the water or whatever the case is, you would think they would have ran over there to see what was wrong with her and pulled her out of it, out of the ravine. That's crazy, y'all. So, you know what? They said since Erica's death, between 2000 and 2015, more than 80 children are known to have died in troubled teen programs. All right? And that's crazy. So, anyway, a few years after Erica's death, the Harvey family filed a civil suit against Catherine Fear Wilderness Therapy Expeditions, alleging wrongful death, fraud, in a a tort of outrage. I'm sorry. That's sad. So anyway, the Harveys settled with the company, and I guess they got a settlement, and plus they can be able to openly discuss the facts of this case with whomever they want to. So that's what happened, and that was it. That's sad. But anyway, again, like I said, when you have children like this, sometimes it's not the best solution just to send your kids off with some strangers anyway. Okay. I think, the parents, even if the parents can't handle the kids, they can work together with a psychiatrist or some other type of program where you take the child there every day and the child come back home. You know what I'm saying? Even if your child do have to stay, you should take them to a state, a regular maintained hospital. You know what I'm saying? And you can visit the child if the child wants you to, or call and see about them and things like that, versus sending them off to some damn wilderness program. And these people are not really qualified to handle this, and that's why she died, because of their negligence and things like that. It's sad. Okay. So the next one, y'all, is this little thing about. Oh, let me tell you this quick fact first. So, y'all, I got some information that I looked up today, and they were saying this is the wrong phone. I'm using the wrong phone. The information that I got, it was saying this right here. Wait a minute, I got to find it. It states that it's about the Simpsons. Okay, did y'all know that the Simpson TV show is based on a true story from 1896 where a family moved into a small town and people claimed they were in a cult who knew the future? Have y'all ever heard of that before? This is the family right here, y'all. Allegedly. I don't know if this is true, but this is just a claim. Allegedly, y'all. Let me show y'all. So they claim that the Simpsons TV show is based off of this family right here. And this family was a part of a cult. Okay. And this cult knew the future. So can that be for real? Because even on the show, a lot of things that people say, they say that the Simpsons TV show predicts a lot of stuff, right? So you think this could be for real? That the Simpsons is based on a true story from 1896 where a family moved into a small town and people claim they were a cult who knew the future. That could be true, y'all. Or either somebody just made this shit up because they do be predicting the future. So let me see if I can find anything else on there because that's crazy. Hey, X-Man Gaming, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up with you? Thank you for coming in. So let's see. So let me type that in and see what I can find on that real quick. So they said The Simpsons was based on a family, on a real family. So let's see what they say about this. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I don't know. They're saying something else on here. On here it says, let's see. They say it's based on Matt Groening family. All right. Um, that's what they say is based on that. But conspiracy theorists says that The Simpsons is based on a true story from 1896 where a family moved to a small town and people claim they were in a cult who knew the future. Yeah, I think it is. I don't watch The Simpsons. I used to watch that mess and I stopped watching it. But again, the creator said it's based on, I guess, his family. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Some of these conspiracy theories people be saying some weird shit. I don't know. Let me see. Can I find anything else on this? Let me put the one on 1896. Did I say 1896? I think I said 1896. A family in 1896. The thing about it, y'all would be shocked um, about some of these damn shows and stuff and how they be lying and hiding behind stuff. So let me see what they're saying right here. So again, you find this all on YouTube and on TikTok and stuff. So I don't know for sure if this is true. That's why I said allegedly. But this is what they claim. And I keep on seeing more articles about the same thing. So like I said, you never know. They could be based on that and they could not be. You know, sometimes people do make up stuff and then it put stuff up and make it look like it's real and it may not be real. Okay. Let me see what they're talking about right here because somebody asked Cora this. Let's see. So I don't know, like I said. But anyway, that is something to think about. Is it really based off of the guy's family or is it really based off of a family in 1896 who moved to a small town and was dealing with the occult and they knew the future? Because it is a coincidence, again, that the Simpson predicts a lot of things. They predicted a lot of things in the cartoon. Okay? That is strange. So I don't know. I don't know, y'all. That could be. I don't know. But I just wanted to let you guys know that. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's still on. I used to watch it. Sometimes I used to watch it back in the day, but I don't really watch that shit now and stuff. But yeah, that's crazy. So that's one thing that I came up with. Have you guys ever heard of H.H. Holmes? This dude from a long time ago used to invite people over to his home, y'all, and then he would kill them. All right, that's what he would do. He was another guy that everybody thought was, I guess, nice, okay, friendly, or whatever the case is. And what he would do, he would invite people to his home, invite them to dinner, and then he would kill them. So let me tell you about him real quickly. I'll show you what he looked like. He was a serial killer. I'm sure y'all know about him. And this is his crazy looking ass. All right. These people be crazy, y'all. They be having straight up demons in them. And that's on everything. Look at this man. Now, why would anybody go to his house to eat? But anyway, I don't know. So his name was Herman. I'm glad I didn't knock that off because I hit the keyboard by mistake. Let me make sure I didn't do anything. His name was Herman Mudgett, also known as Dr. Henry Howard Holmes or H. Holmes. He was a con artist as well because he conned them people to come to his house to eat. And he was a serial killer. Okay. I think this dude killed over 200 people, if I'm not mistaken. This is an actual picture of him. So you guys can see this. This is a mugshot. Mugshots don't look like these ones we be doing now, though. Let's see. So that's a better looking picture. All right. So anyway, um, I guess he was a con man because he did insurance fraud, swindling, check forging, 3 to 4 bigamous illegal marriages, horse theft, and murder. Okay. So he was doing a lot. He died at age 34. He was pretty young too. He was born in 1861 and died in 1896 at the prison in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. At age 34, he was hung. Okay, he was executed by hanging. All right, and he is born at Holy Cross Cemetery in Udon, Pennsylvania. All right, he had a bunch of alias names too. Okay, he was married 1, 2, 3, 4 times. All right, his criminal penalty was capital punishment. He was convicted of first-degree murder. All right. And he was doing crimes from 1891, y'all, to 1894. And they actually suspected him doing over, I think they said 200 murders. I'm not sure. I may be getting him mixed up with somebody else because it's like a lot of people I'll be looking at. Okay. So anyway, let me just tell you, I'm not going to go into his whole thing, but um, he killed his mistress too, y'all. He killed a lot of people. And then, like I said, he invited people to his house and he would kill them. All right. Some people even believe that he was Jack the Ripper. Okay. I don't know if that's true. All right. He was arrested in Boston on November the 17th, 1894, after being tracked there from Philadelphia by the private Pinkerton National Detective Agency. Let's see. He killed a lot of people, y'all. His home, his home's building in Inglewood, now locally referred to as the Castle, they found torture equipment there. Okay. Let's see what they're talking about. So let me tell y'all a quick fact about him, y'all. When they tried to hang him, um, they didn't break his neck. They strangled him to death slowly, and he was twitching for over 15 minutes before being pronounced dead. 20 minutes after they had that traps open, I guess, because I guess they put him up on a thing, right? And then I guess when they hang you, right, they have you on a hanging thing, right? And they must have like the little thing you stand on. And then I guess when they pull the rope, I don't know what the fuck they do. But anyway, the trap floor must come down or something. And when it comes down, then I guess the rope tightened up on the neck to break the neck. But his neck was not broke. So they had to strangle him to death. All right. That's what they did. They strangled him to death. And they say he was moving and shit, twitching, I guess, for over 15 minutes before he actually died. Okay. That's crazy. So I want to see what did he do. I'm not going to read all his victims because it's a lot. He did a lot of shit. But I know he definitely invited people over to his home and then he killed them. He even killed this little young girl who had worked for him in this building. All right. And she vanished. Let's see. He did a lot of shit. Yeah, he killed a lot of people, y'all. Let's see. Let's see in the murder castle. What did he do? This is the castle right here where he was murdering people at and shit. Right here. So now I guess I don't know, they must have changed it up now, of course. It's been so damn long ago, I'm sure they did. But this is the original building at the top, y'all. Right there. The Myrtle Castle. So he was killing people in there and shit too. People crazy as crap. Let's see. So yeah, he killed a lot of people though. Just a straight up killer. Let me see if I can find another thing on it. Just let y'all know exactly. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Hold on. H.H. Holmes. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. And they still trying to insinuate that he was Jack the Ripper as well. Know about that. So in that hotel, I told you, in that building, which was a hotel called the Murder, I guess they named it the Murder Castle because what he was doing there. He encouraged people to come there, and that's where he killed them at, just like I said before. That's what he did. Okay. And I don't know how he managed to trick people to come there, but since he was a con man and everything else, he probably used those skills to con them to come to his building and everything. And that's where he was killing these people at. And I'm sure he killed people other places too. Let's see if that place. So he confessed to killing 27 other people. I don't know exactly how many he killed in total. I read somewhere that they estimated that he killed over 200 people, and it says that here too. But in this article, they claim that that was exaggerated, that he did not kill up to 200 people. But they say some people do estimate that he killed around 200 people by luring some of them in this place, in this hotel, and then killing them or whatever the case is. We're not going to go over exactly how he killed them. I'm pretty sure he did it different ways. They claim he was also suffering from schizophrenic illness of some 20 years prior to his suicide in 1886, or his killing, because he didn't commit suicide. They killed him, they hung him. He confessed to 27 murders, y'all. All right. But even though he confessed to 27 murders, he was only convicted and sentenced to death for only one murder. And that was of his business partner and his accomplice, Benjamin Pixel. So I guess that dude was killing people with him too. That's what I'm guessing. So when they buried this man um, encased in concrete, and they buried him below the water table at his own request. And I wonder why he wanted to be buried like that. So they exhumed his body in April, and they did that after a History Channel special titled "American Ripper" revived a century-old rumor that Holmes bribed his way out of Philadelphia's prison on the day of his execution by hanging. And after his grave was filled with a cadaver, he escaped to South America. So they thinking that Holmes bribed them, and it wasn't really him that was killed. And they claim that he escaped. So you never know. These people come with theories all the time. But anyway, he was one of the most notorious serial killers, and they claim he killed at least 200 people, even though they now say that that's probably a lie. But you never know. He could have. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he was also physically and mentally abused by his father, y'all. And his mom would also mentally abuse him as well. They would put him on punishment where they would take food away from him. They would isolate him. His father holding kerosene soaked rags over his mouth to quiet him while he cried. So that's why they probably drove their son into being a fucking murderer because they was abusing him physically and mentally and verbally. Shit, that would drive anybody crazy. So anyway, they in 1980, no, sorry y'all, they actually the murder hotel, they actually remodeled that place, right, and changed it. I guess because the original name wasn't that. They changed it and then made it out of a museum or something for people to see. Y'all, when the man was in jail, he concocted a new insurance scam with his cellmate. All right. He said he would take out an insurance policy for $10,000, fake his own death, and then give the other guy $500 in exchange for a lawyer who could help him if any problems arose. He did a lot of shit when he was in jail once before. That is crazy. So yeah, he was a scammer and every damn thing else. And he was one of America's first serial killers too. Okay. And now I guess the castle is now named Holmes Horror Castle. But then it burned. They say it burned to the ground shortly before its opening, so it's no longer there. So that's a damn trip. So that's tripped out. So he was doing all types of fucking things, all types of scams and stuff, everything. He was doing everything. And again, they still say it is believed that Holmes is responsible for up to 200 murders. That's crazy. And he also killed his accomplice and his business partner, I guess. He killed their children. Yeah. Now, in this article, it says that Holmes was also convicted of their murders, in that Holmes confessed to 28 murders. So I don't know if he was charged with more than one, like the previous article that I read, or if he was charged with a bunch of murders, because that article says that he was charged with a bunch of murders. And he was the first, y'all, serial killer. All right. That's what he was. All right. So our last story, y'all, I'm not going to try. If I come up with McLaren family, 1940, who hired that clown, I'll just tell y'all what happened. Okay. So they was doing a birthday party for their kids, right? Um, and they had a bunch of kids there. They hired a clown. Well, anyway, the clown called and said, or somebody called and said that the clown wasn't coming or was going to be late, or they're sending another clown. Anyway, the new clown showed up. Okay, the new clown showed up, played with the kids. The kids did not like him. They took a picture of the clown with the one child. You could tell that the child didn't like the clown holding her. Okay, so the clown stayed for a few, I think for like 30 or 40 minutes. I can't remember. Anyway, the clown left. Okay. Um, when the clown left, I don't know when they noticed, but one of the children were missing, a little boy. All right. So the clown who was there took the child. Okay. I think right before they noticed that the child was missing, the real clown came. I mean, so when the real clown came, the mom was like, and the dad, I guess, was like, "Who are you?" He said, "I'm the clown. I'm sorry for being a little late." And then the mom was like, or the dad was like, "Then you call," or however they notified them, and let us know that, you know, you wasn't coming. They were sending a replacement. He said no. Okay. So I guess then they looked around and noticed that one of the kids was missing. The clown who was originally there was an imposter. He was probably a child kidnapper or whatever the case is. Anyway, he kidnapped the other child and left. Until this day, they never found that little boy. All right. They never found that little boy. And I think this happened like way back a long time ago. I can't remember, in the 1940s. So in the 40s. So when the original clown who came there kidnapped the little boy, they don't know what happened to the little boy. They never found the little boy, no type of evidence or anything. And the clown who was there kept on that tripped out max the entire time. So they didn't even know who the clown was. Okay, point blank. But like I said, when I look for that story again, if I see it, I'll tell you guys about it tomorrow and show you what this clown looked like. Because he looks scary. And I'm trying to figure out why they let this weirdo into that party anyway. Just looking at him, I would have said, no, that's okay. Then he was holding some of the kids and stuff, at least in one picture that I saw. And the little girl did not like the clown, and nobody else did either. The other kids didn't either. Why come they didn't put this clown out? And then why come they didn't notice that the little boy was gone until after the original clown got there? That's crazy. All right. So the last story I'm gonna tell you guys about, then we're gonna call it a night, is the one about the Hollywood Tower Hotel elevator, guys. All right. So the elevator, they claim if you get on this elevator at a certain time, after you see a certain message or something, you can become missing. Well, anyway, y'all, I think a family did get on the elevator and they became missing. So let me tell you about that real quick. Now, this is on TikToks, so I'm going to actually look up the story in detail to make sure. Okay, because again, let me tell you again, some people on TikTok be saying stuff that's not true. Let me see, hotel elevator. Let me say haunted. So I guess it's a rumor that that hotel is also haunted. Okay. So anyway, so here we go. Okay, the original. Wait, y'all, what the hell are these people talking about? The Hollywood Tower Hotel was a 12-story tower built within view of the famous Hollywood sign in the Hollywood Hills. It was a typical upscale 1930s hotel with bold geometric shapes and a slightly southwestern design. Okay, we're not going to go into an entire description of it. I just want to see, okay, what happened. So they said that, so is that place still there? I think it is. Let's see. Okay, anyway, it says 5 people, all from different social backgrounds, got on the elevator one night. Sally Shine was a child star before Shirley Temple graced the movie scene with more than 20 short films to her name. Emmeline Partridge was Sally's nanny. She was very protective of her charge, keeping fans at bay. Caroline Crossan was a glamorous, aspiring actress, and Gilbert London was one of her many male admirers. The fifth and final unlucky passenger was Dury Todd Jr., although his father, Dury Todd Sr., built the Hollywood Tower Hotel. The junior Dury worked as a bellhop, perhaps to work his way up his father's business. On Halloween night in 1939, the main elevators were out of order. 5 people got on a maintenance elevator in the Tip Top Club bound for lower floors. At some time during the short ride, lightning hit the hotel just where the elevator shaft was located, causing the elevator to plunge down uncontrollably. All of the people on the elevator were killed on impact. Hotel management removed the bodies in secret to avoid the prying eyes of reporters. and Dewey Todd Sr. immediately closed the doors of the hotel. It's said that the ghosts of all five passengers still hunt the property to this day. So, um, I was reading a TikTok thing, and they claim that some people actually got on the elevator and became missing. Now, what I'm thinking they did is that the story I just told you guys, that's why I always look up stuff. Um, I think what they did, they are talking about that story. And instead of telling people that the people were killed because when the lightning must have hit the elevator or whatever they just said, I can't remember, it messed up the elevator, whatever the case is, it caused the elevator to just drop down like that. And the people, when it crashed, I guess the people got killed. They left all of that out and just act like the people just disappeared. Okay. So let me just look on here and just make sure that no one disappeared on the elevator, because I'm actually thinking that's exactly what they were talking about, that the people actually died on the elevator. And yeah, so the elevator was struck by lightning, causing the elevator to free fall and land directly onto whatever. Okay, so I don't know. They claim that it's haunted. Okay, so let me just see if people were missing in the elevator. Um, let's see what they say about that. They're gonna give you the same thing. It says the same thing. In 1939, how he got struck with lightning and fell, down with the guests inside of it and they got killed. So this is a story I think they're talking about, like I just said, and I just think they just added the other stuff to make people think that they just disappeared. They didn't just disappear. What happened is that they got killed, and now they believe that those five people, ghosts, hunts the hotel. All right, point blank. And I don't know if this hotel is still up. Um, I don't think it is because they say it was. I don't know if it's still there. I don't think it's there though. And the only deaths there are probably those people right there that I told you guys about, because that's the only story I can find on it. So, but it's still interesting. It still can be kind of spooky and stuff, because that happened when they was on there and stuff. It's just a shame how some people go on TikTok and social media, and then they add other stuff to the stuff, and then if you don't research the stuff, you would think that five people got on the elevator and they just disappeared. When in reality, what happened is that the lightning struck the elevator, caused it to free fall, it crashed, and the five people on the elevator got killed. But people do believe that the hotel was haunted by those five spirits, okay? Because I guess they heard noises and stuff, and if they got into the elevator, whatever elevator was there, I don't know. They just probably thought that the ghost was haunting the entire hotel because people probably thought they saw something or heard something. Who knows? You know. But I did hear rumors about this hotel before, many times. I don't, know for sure. Of course, I wouldn't know for sure, but yeah, that's what they say here. All right, and it was a nice hotel from these pictures and stuff. It really was, from everything that I'm looking at. You can Google that on Google yourself anyway, to look at the hotel and see it and everything, and read the story about it and see if you can find anything about people disappearing on the elevator and things like that, because I don't see anything on social media about that. All right. But anyway, guys, that is all of the little mysterious crime stories and some kidnappings. And I had other ones, but it'll just take too long. It's already 2 hours and 20 some minutes. So I don't want to go any further. But check out the George Mallory story. Okay. He was killed on the mountain and stuff, hiking up that mountain and stuff like that. And that's a very mysterious story when you read about it and stuff. Let's see who else. And again, check out that McLaren family um, in Houston, Texas, who hired that clown. You can check that out yourself. That was back in the 1940s. All right, and then of course Madeleine McCain, who disappeared, kidnapped, and some girl is claiming to be her after all these years. So you may want to check that story out to see if you think the girl is the little girl who got kidnapped. They do have one same birthmark on their face, but you never know. And they do look similar, but you never know. So check out some of those stories, y'all, because there's a lot of strange stuff going on. There was one more story I wanted to show y'all. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick about this TikToker, this weird stuff this TikToker said. And again, anything that you hear on social media, make sure you guys research it, okay? Because I'm telling you, these people come up with all types of weird shit. All right. And sometimes the stuff don't be true. It just do not be true, or sometimes they mix the truth in with the reality. You know what I'm saying? Just like they did with the one I just told you about. So that's why I always check out stuff in detail. Let's see, Alpha Talks 98. Let me see if I can pull him up like this. See if I can pull this dude out. Because I'm looking at this one video that he did. I'm trying to see if I can find him. I probably should have went to my TikTok page and looked them.
The Book of the Giants has been found with
Demonic entities.
Have you guys ever was the
Wait, y'all, let me see if I can find it. Let me turn this down. Because I don't want that play. I'm trying to find the one I'm looking for. So this dude right here has a lot of conspiracy things a lot of things that he comes up with. And I don't know if it's true or not, but I want y'all to hear a couple of things that he says. So listen to this right here. He talking about this right here on this. So listen, wait.
Adam and Eve could have been black with dark skin?
No, because Adam and Eve weren't real. That's just the Bible. Evolution is real.
Is it possible that the first humans on Earth, Adam and Eve, could have been black with dark skin?
No, because Adam and Eve weren't real. That's just the Bible. Evolution is real.
Is it possible that the first humans on Earth, Adam and Eve, could have been black with dark skin?
So he was asking this question, okay? And a lot of people in the comment section was saying no, they don't believe it was real. They believe that it was just the way God said it, okay, to give people some type of idea of how everything happened. That's what they claim on this, okay? Now, a lot of people in this comment section say they were real, okay, and stuff. I just thought this was weird when I saw this, okay? For him to be asking this question and
Is it
stuff.
possible that the first humans on
Right.
Earth...
And then let me let y'all hear
Do you
something
guys
else.
know that during the time of Moses,
Wait.
Pharaoh used
Wait, let me see what else he got on here. Hold on, let me show y'all some more stuff. Let y'all hear some more stuff. So on here he said that Mississippi isn't the real Nile River. Just listen. Wait.
15. And the Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea, and with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it in the 7 streams, and make men go over dry shod. So in the book of Isaiah, it says that the Nile has 7 major streams. However, when you look up the modern African Nile, it only has 3 main tributaries, 3 main streams. But the Bible states that the Nile has 7 streams. So when discussing ancient Egypt, the focus has to be on the Nile River system of the White Nile and the Blue Nile, which is allegedly the longest river in the world at 4,132 miles long. However, when you combine the Mississippi River system of the Missouri River, 2,540 miles, and the Mississippi, 2,340 miles, you have a total length in miles of 4,890, which is 758 miles longer than the Nile River system that is in Africa. So yes, the Mississippi River system is the longest, which is a strong indication that it was your first Nile River system. So the Mississippi River has 7 major streams, and it flows into the Gulf of Mexico, which possibly could indicate that the Gulf of Mexico was once known as the Egyptian Sea in the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 15. This is Isaiah chapter 11, verse 15. And the Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue of...
Fascinating information, right?
This is Isaiah chapter 11.
Wait.
The book of the giants has been found within the Dead Sea Scrolls and has been dated to...
Okay, let me see another one. There was another... Wait a minute, hold up. Let me see, y'all. Oh, wait.
Animal like a wolf or a horse, a black wolf specifically, a black horse. A bunch of you said you saw a shadow man transforming into a horse or a wolf. Some of you have also said that when you were a child, you saw like a bunny figure. So again, it's like specific animals that many of you have seen, and you can read them throughout the comments. Either it's a shadow man, a animal like a wolf, a black horse, a black cheetah. And that kind of reminds me of the puka spirit that I talked about in my recent video on YouTube. So a puka spirit is like the shadow being that can transform into animals or become like a humanoid shape. Common animals are what you guys described: wolf, horses, rabbits. So maybe as kids, the reason we were imagining the same exact thing is because maybe we weren't imagining it. Maybe we all saw entities. I'm going to make a full long video on this topic on my YouTube, so click the link in my bio right here and subscribe. I'm going to make it soon. Thank you.
Now in that video,
super interesting. Many of you guys are saying you saw the same exact thing. Either it's like a shadow man running alongside.
Remember I was telling y'all the story about that? Okay, so he was talking about that along
with
other things that he people reported seeing a shadow of. Okay, weird. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all one more. I'm trying to find that one that I heard earlier. So on this one, he's talking about the moon landing. Let's listen.
Landing fake. Let's see. Now this beautiful craft is known as the lunar module. This highly advanced, beautiful technology apparently landed on the moon. It's absolutely amazing and stunning how advanced it looks. Let me zoom in real quick. I mean, just look at that. That's amazing. Like, I know it looks like it's made from poster paper that's crumpled up in tinfoil, coat hangers, and trash bags. But just look at that technology. Wow, beautiful. You know, I remember being called an idiot for questioning the moon landings. Yeah, I guess I'm such an idiot for questioning this beautiful, highly advanced piece of technology. I mean, these coat hangers got to be made from, like, vibranium or something. Look at that. Look at that. Duct tape, crumpled up poster paper, and that empty trash bag to the right. Must be some highly advanced trash bag. No, but for real, though, I don't think I would trust this thing to land me off the roof of my house. I mean, it doesn't even look rain-proof. I don't think I'd even go camping in it. Thank you for your service, Buzz. You and your boys achieved the greatest American feat of landing us.
So what he's trying to say is that he's questioning if that landing was real or not. Okay, and if y'all want to see that, I'm not going to give out the thing on here because, you know, but anyway.
The book of the giants has been found within the Dead Sea Scrolls and has been dated to before this.
Wait. And then he has a lot of fascinating stuff on here, y'all. I'm trying to find that one that I was trying to show that they were showing earlier that I was watching. Wait. Let's see. He covers a lot of stuff. He questions a lot of stuff. Let's put it like that. A lot of stuff. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find that. Oh, let me let y'all hear this one. This is the one that I was looking for. I want y'all to listen to this very carefully, okay? Listen.
And on his deathbed, he said something that was a little...
Let me rewind this. Go listen.
You ever wonder what the last words of Satanists are on their deathbeds? The man you see right here is Anton LaVey. He is the founder of the Church of Satan in America. And on his deathbed, he said something that was a little frightening. These are his last words. Oh my, what have I done? There's something very wrong. There's something very wrong. There's something very wrong.
And on his deathbed, he must have got some revelation or an angelic appearance or something. And he went into shock and he said, oh my, what have I done? He said, there's something very wrong.
This is another famous occultic Satanist from the early 1900s. He is known as the father of the New Age movement, and also the father of the sexual and culture counter-revolution in the 60s and 70s, and also the drug revolution. This man's name is Aleister Crowley. He's an occultist, a warlock, he's been in many cults, and he created his own cult as well. According to witnesses, before he died, he would pace around his room. He looked frightened and worried. These were his last words before he died. I am perplexed, aka I am confused. You ever wonder what the last words of Satanists are on their deathbeds?
All these people, these two people who were Satanists, when they died, when they was on their deathbed, before they died, they all was saying something totally um, different than what you would expect them to say, especially the first one. Okay, he knew that he had messed up for his beliefs that he had because whatever he was seeing, it was letting him know that he made the wrong choice. Okay, and then the second one talking about I am perplexed, confused because he realized that what he thought is something that he shouldn't have been thinking because he was seeing the real. And just to let y'all know, I don't know who all believe in God or who don't, but clearly these two right here found out what they were believing in is something they shouldn't have been believing in. That's why I wanted to show. I didn't show the video, but that's what I wanted y'all to listen to because I was like, wow. And you can look that up on Google and see what the last words were because he actually showed the actual the actual words from wherever he got it from, and then he also played the recording from the lady who was talking about it. Okay, so that's a damn trip. You know, these people be claiming to be doing all this
28
stuff.
girls hospitalized in Colombia.
And then wait, and then when they get to death, all that braveness, all that believing in all this other weird stuff, and doing everything else they was doing that they shouldn't have been doing, they start regretting. You know what I'm saying? Clearly from the words that he just said, he said when he was dying, the first one, that was definitely something right there. And then I was watching another one before I get ready to go. Another video where the people who work in emergency rooms were talking about when patients die, what they say. And this one doctor was telling people about this one patient who died from renal failure. He was dying, right? And this dude, I'm trying to think, what did he say? He said this dude screamed or something, he screamed, right? He was crying and screaming or whatever at first. And then he was like, I understand. And then he just died. Something like that. I can't even remember exactly what he was saying. I'm thinking that at first he was scared and petrified because clearly whatever life he was living, he probably shouldn't have been living it. And then when he saw that nothing else could be done, he didn't have he couldn't do anything. He started accepting his fate. And that's why he said, I understand, I understand. Okay? So with that being said, all I'm just saying, y'all just better think about some of these things y'all believe in and just believe in the right source. Okay, and do what you need to do. Because again, I always say this over and over again. This world right here is temporary, and that's on everything. All right. This is a temporary world, and any day could be your last day. So do what you need to do. Okay. My thing is that I like to be right here while I'm here, as well as when I die. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I wanted to show y'all that video and stuff. I was looking for it for the longest, trying to figure out which one it was and stuff. Because again, I thought that was a trip. As a matter of fact, I may follow this dude on TikTok just to hear some of the stuff he say. I don't agree with everything he says, but some things I do agree with. You know, some things I do. And this dude right here said this ain't Will Smith. So who is it? A clone? See, when they start talking weird stuff, I only believe in that stuff. But you know, you never know. You never know. Anything is possible in this world. All right. Anything. All right. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this live tonight. I enjoyed this live. Going through all the stuff, the breaking news, everything. It was a good live tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Very long, but it was still a good live. I just want to say thank you to Missy for coming in, showing support like always. Thank you to Bill Adams for showing up, showing support. I got to check you out tonight too. Thank you to Pacino for stopping by, showing some support. Okay. And if I missed anybody in this chat, I'm sorry, but thank you too. And thank you to everybody who was in the bushes, who is in the bushes. And thank you to everybody who will watch this video in replay. Let me let y'all know, if you're watching this in the replay, you never have to watch this entire video, okay? Just watch at least 30 minutes to an hour if possible, and then thumbs up, all right? That's with all videos, 30 minutes to an hour, unless it's a shorter video, all right? And then just do a thumbs up, okay? Don't forget to like this video, y'all. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit the bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. And what else? Notification. Leave a comment if you watch this in the replay. But more importantly, y'all, subscribe to the channel. Welcome to all my new subbies too. Thank you to all my subbies that's been with me for the longest and all my day ones. And also hit that bell notification. Leave a comment. And if you want to show support to this channel, you can do. You can show support by cash apping, $ at Shades Tube. Let me make sure that's right. Yeah, $ at Shades Tube if you want to show financial support to for this YouTube channel. All right, y'all have a good night, sweet dreams. I hope I didn't scare you tonight. Have a good Friday, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow. Tomorrow, y'all, we're gonna play a game. So make sure y'all come in so we can make this game fun. All right, it's called Would You Rather. I tried it out last weekend. So Friday, I'm gonna do it again to see if people come in and want to play that game. I think on Fridays we're gonna play different games to make it fun. All right. So make sure you come in tomorrow so we can play the game. And eventually, when we play games, we'll give out some prizes. But this first try, we won't. But maybe the next one or whatever the case is, we'll try to give out some type of prize or something. Maybe not on this game, but on some other games that I play where you can have a winner or something like that. I got to see how you do it. But tomorrow we will play Would You Rather. And that's a really, really fun game. Okay. So be here tomorrow night at around 7:30 to 7:45 so we can do this. All right. And that's 10:30 to 10:45 Eastern Standard Time. All right. All right, guys. So I'll see you guys then. And thank you so much for tuning into Shades. Okay, I'm always hoarse, y'all. It's Shades Tube. All right, guys. Peace out. Have a good night, y'all. Take care.